this one was really interesting with the way that they played with the environment and the horizon line and just like the deep red and then the sky. It reminded me of kind of a Jodorowsky film, and which has some of this like play with symbolism and environment, and each of the characters seem to have their own kind of like torturous thing, or maybe it wasn't exactly that. There's something
like something that they were going through, but then they're all kind of interceding each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And then ending to see that it was like this cycle where the narrator, I don't know, the woman that we're following, she falls back into this rhythm again, makes it kind of interesting. Reading the description, I think, kind of gave it another layer.
Now, I just really loved the use of the environment in how, like, the feeling of the film, like, I know you touched on that a little bit, but, like, finding something that, like, had that vivid color, and then, like, using the sound of, like, the, like, sand or dirt or gravel or whatever it was to add to the very beginning and to add to, like, the, like, unsureness that like it started with, and then like building and building and building. I thought the use of the environment was really, really interesting.
We saw kind of several films in that kind of a genre, right? But this one in particular I thought had moves that I hadn't seen, and certain relationships of how to move in and out that I thought, oh, haven't seen that before. I thought that was nice, as well as this stunning environment.
Yeah.
That was just like, wow.
Yeah. And like working with like that large of a group of people and like how to have them interacted and interconnected.
And the costumes.
Was
all
really,
really,
really interesting.
Really well put together.
I loved the environment. I thought it was really beautiful. It drew me in at the beginning, and then I loved that they actually interacted with it and used it in the movements. I was impressed that they were able to dance on that. I can barely dance on Marley. But what I found really interesting was the girl towards the end who kept having her fist put in her mouth. I found that really good. The way they depicted getting into social situations where it starts out interesting and then quickly turns into something you don't want to be in.
I viewed it very much as like society telling somebody to like, your problems aren't important, like whatever you're going through doesn't matter, like everybody has something they're going through, like why should we pay you any attention? And then to have the other woman at the end kind of be that symbol of like, you're not alone, it's okay, like I might not be going through what you're going through, but we're all gonna figure it out together. Like I thought that using the multiple people, including putting her own like arm or fist back into her mouth, was really interesting, and that's exactly how I viewed it, of like society being like, we don't want to hear from you, nobody wants to hear about your problems, like let's just keep that quiet.
Yeah, that was a really smart way to do it. I thought that the way the friend held her and just comforted her was really great.
I'm Kevin, and I work on Sonder.
I'm Juliet, Kevin's sister, and I also work on Sonder.
What was your inspiration for either starting this project or picking up on this project? What was your inspiration for being a part of what you created?
Inspiration to create Sonder also came shortly after the inauguration of the current president, and I think the travel ban had just went into place as well, and feeling overwhelmed with so many problems all across the world and not really knowing where to focus your energy toward, and so really just focusing energy towards creation and expression, and getting friends together to make something meaningful for us.
Where did you film for those spectacular landscapes?
Yeah, we shot ours actually here in California, just at the southern tip of the Sierras. There's a magical spot there. Keep that secret. Yeah, it was shot in one day, and we had one rehearsal of the full with all the dancers together before it. So with ours, I happened to be in town in LA, and we came together, my friend Darla, the other one, having all the hands in her mouth, and just started movement and worked with a bunch of friends, all collaborating. Everyone gave their time completely free, and we had a couple rehearsals where we created a few pieces together and then worked together in a group once before we went out. And then because everyone gave their time freely, if you work in the industry, you also know post-production then took a lot longer, because it was like, when I'm not working on something else, I can work on this. And so much props to Kevin and Paul, who did the whole score of the music afterwards and just took so much.
So you guys did the dance without having any of the music except
There was no music the whole time. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And Kevin and Paul scored it and really brought each character to life.